Hi everyone. So today's video is entitled Things I Learned from My Ancestry, my heritage DNA actually. Mind you, most of this is stuff I already kind of knew or could gather based on first names or just in general. Some of this was really, really weird. One of these things was, for example, boop, nothing in particularly shocking. Shows you probably why I like weird Celt rock. Okay, and then you get into things like protease, and you start reading the report based on the fully fleshed out file from your DNA, which you can download from the different websites, MyHeritage, Ancestry, 23andMe, and etc. So apparently, I have hunter-gatherer heritage. I'm at low risk of prion diseases, so if we ever devolve as a society and human food is on the menu, I have less of a chance of gathering a prion disease. So apparently, I can eat as many brains as I want. Oh, that's lovely. That's oddly specific, but okay. I do have the mtfr gene, which I call the Samuel L. Jackson gene because it looks exactly like honk honk mother trucker. Honk. Next up, so things like that, I have somewhat of a risk of having type 1 diabetes and problems with digesting protein. And I have a gene associated with how I handle anesthesia, which we all knew about. That was not a shock. Oh my. Because I am one of those people you can give massive amounts of anesthesia to. I might be paralyzed, but I might actually be able to look at you throughout the surgery, or at least one time during the surgery, which unfortunately I remember about a minute and a half of my kidney surgery in 2007, which I do not ever want to repeat. Luckily, I didn't feel everything, but that's in my nightmares forever and always. So a lot of things that I already knew about, heart problems, but yet a lower heart attack risk. So that's nice. And of course, being basic. I am Eastern European and Celtic, so with a touch of Dane, so I have some genes for blue eyes. I'm in the 3% criteria for that. They tend to be a bluey green most of the time, except on camera where they go kind of weird. And this and my ability to tan, which is fantastic. Obs. This is me tanned. Not. And having light straight hair, strangely enough. Ask my mother. And having a risk for osteoporosis because I'm taller than average woman with weaker bones, so I need more calcium, and I have to work on my folate and how I get my folate and my proteins because I have trouble with protein even though I have. So basically, I am learning some interesting stuff, and some of it is absolutely hilarious. So in other words, if we ever devolve, I can hunt and gather brains and don't necessarily have to worry about prion diseases. So, awesome sauce. But have to watch that protein, which is a bit troublesome because my epilepsy, which is not genetic, is helped by a high protein, high fat, low carb diet. So something needs to give. But then again, that type of diet is meant to be temporary. So take that as it is. So Yeah, I am learning so much. And mind you, when you do these things, don't go marching in and saying, oh, by the way, one of my relatives is a Neanderthal. Hello, fellow Neanderthals. Trying to make my eyes look droopy. Or something along that line, because that doesn't work. It's meant just to show where you've been, and the future is up to you. The past was something else. Also, the past was the worst. I'm a big fan of Simon Whistler and his channels, from Brain Blaze to Decoding the Unknown to The Casual Criminalist. But yeah. So, to quote Simon Whistler, the past was the worst. The future, however, is up to you, no matter what is written in your genomes or what is written on your ancestry sites or Promethease. You grab the fire from Promethease and make your own way. In the meantime, I'm kind of having fun. I'm also kind of weirded out by things like, oh, you have a low risk of getting a prion disease or mad cow. Hooray! So, if we ever have that type of society, I hope to be able to help out my other fellow peoples and keep people safe. And hopefully work this in with my dietetic stuff. So, you take really good care. And I'm not saying go out there and get yourself a cure. But I am saying, hey, look out for yourselves. And the past is interesting, but make your own way. You're loved.